guys, welcome back. So as most of you guys already know, I gave birth, yay! And this was like a month ago. I have not recorded anything ever since. It's been a complete roller coaster for me. So I literally just have been home with my daughter, just worried about her and doing nothing else. I haven't done anything else. So I did say I want to do a delivery vlog, and it's so weird because when I was going through this whole process of giving birth, I could not, like, I was not worried about a camera. It wasn't the thing that was in my head. I was going through so much pain that I was not even thinking, let me record this. And I just, like, you know, and now that I think about it, it's just like so admirable that some people can actually do that because they have the strength to do that. I had no strength to do that. And some people have the strength to do that, and I thought that was like amazing because during that time, holy damn, that was not in my head at all. I did get a few little pieces of footage because my mom recorded, so I'm going to include those in there at some point whenever they're relevant. But I do want to tell you how my whole experience was. And yeah, so let's start. So for starters, well, I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but one day it was on a Sunday night. So Sunday night, we were fixing our room. We had just moved into a new house. We're fixing everything. Our room was not ready. Nothing was ready. We just had a mattress in one of the rooms, and for our room, we had a carpet that we needed to take out before even fixing our room. So on a Sunday night, I was very, like, I really wanted to finish the room. It was something in me that I was like, I need to finish this room because I knew that room was also going to be Avery's, since she's going to have her little bassinet next to our bed. So it was more like, I need to get this done. Like, we need to get this done ASAP. And so I told my fiance, and I was like, you know what, let's call out tomorrow and we'll just work the whole day through it and make sure that we get that room done. So we both called out. We stayed there and we took off the carpet. Now, mind you, this is our first time doing anything with carpets or doing anything dealing with a house. So we had no idea what the process was. We looked it up. We did a whole shabam. I think I have some footage also, so maybe I can put that in. So this is going to be my fiance showing you the before the carpet.
So ese es el antes. Y ahí yo estoy, mira abajo, quitando todo eso, como está eso ahí.
So we're taking that out, and when we take everything, I was like, you know, then we have to do the staples and just a bunch of things under it, just so time consuming, and we didn't know how much work it was actually going to be. So we stayed doing that the whole time, and then after, you know, once we finished all of that, then we had to go rent a machine so we can sand the floor, and then after that we had to, like, basically paint it in a way. That's kind of how it was. And all of that, you know, after we did the painting and all of that, it's set to wait like at least 24 hours for drying. And this seems to be a good time to show you the after. And you can see my fiance being a goof. Okay, you're on video now. Look how nice it looks.
Hey YouTube, please comment, share, like, subscribe. If you want your floors to look like this, only $9.95. But wait, there's more.
And I was just like, what? I was so annoyed that we had to wait 24 hours for drying because we were not going to finish, obviously, because we had to wait. Now, we did go ahead of ourselves, and instead of waiting the 24 hours, we waited just a little longer to pass the second hand, and then we said, you know what, then we'll wait until tomorrow, and we'll continue tomorrow. Baby. So, So then we decided to wait until the next day because, you know, we had to. Now, the scent was so strong that at some point I did have to stop helping because it was just way too strong, and I was pregnant. I was like, you know what, I don't want anything happening, so I just stopped. And the only thing I helped really was to take off the staples. Everything else my fiance did, and he killed himself doing everything. And we just had to wait for the drying. Now, it was Monday night by then, and around 6 p.m. I started getting like cramp-like pains, and like something told me, I was like, I think these are the pains that I'm supposed to get to tell me that delivery is coming. You know, I think these are contractions, but I didn't sweat it. I was like, you know what, let's just see how it goes. And I was getting mild pain, and it was coming like every 30 minutes. So it was just like, I kind of got it in my head. I'm like, yeah, this is it. She's definitely coming. But I didn't tell that to my fiance because I was like, I don't want to worry him. And I know that normally when I see anything with deliveries, they take hours. So I'm like, you know, if I'm just starting, this is probably going to take really long. So I'm not even going to worry about it. By 9 p.m. they started getting a little bit more like intense, and I thought, and I was like, you know what, maybe let me just go to sleep and sleep it off. I couldn't. I mean, I slept probably like an hour, and then I woke up and it was just impossible. By the time I had woken up though, my fiance finished with everything and he was just waiting for the drying. So he came back to bed. He came in bed. He saw me that I was in pain, but again, I didn't make a big deal out of it, so he wasn't worried. He had to work the next day, so he had to go to sleep right away. So we're sleeping, and I literally just had, the pain just kept getting closer and closer and closer, but at such a fast pace. So I was tracking everything on my phone, and I saw that the pain was now, let's say every 15 minutes, and it was just going so fast. I was like that the whole night. Until it got to like 5 in the morning, and by 5 in the morning everything was about 7 minutes apart. So the pain was about 7 minutes apart. It had been already almost an hour with the pain like that, and I knew that I was supposed to wait for 5 minutes apart. And it was very inconsistent, you know, sometimes it was 7 minutes apart, sometimes it was 5 minutes apart, and I was like, I don't know if this is what they mean, like, is this the 5 minutes apart thing? Even though I'm getting some 7 minutes apart sometimes. But anyway, at that point, my fiance had to work, and we were driving to my mom's house so I can stay there while he went to work. Now, this day specifically, he was sent to work way further than usual. So normally he works in the Bronx. He was now sent to Queens, so it was way further down. Normally takes about 10-15 minutes to get from my mom's job to his job, and now he had to travel to Queens, which was going to take him about 30-40 minutes. So it was a really big difference. So he dropped me off, I took the car, and then he took the train to go to Queens to go to his job. As I'm going up like to my mom, I'm also texting my gynecologist, and I'm telling her, well, my midwife, and I'm telling her, you know what, I've been like this for an hour and a half now. Everything is like 5 minutes apart. Should I see the doctor? What should I do? And she tells me, if you're comfortable and you think you can wait it out longer, wait it out. If you're not comfortable, go to the hospital. So I really didn't know. I didn't want to seem like a sissy in a way. So I was like, you know what, maybe I can wait it out. Maybe I can, I don't know, maybe I can deal with this, whatever. So I go to my mom's place, and I'm there. Like, you can tell that my face is like, you know, done. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of the pain, and you can tell that I'm done. Like, I really need to go to the hospital. But I didn't say it. It was more like I just got there, and my mom told me, yeah, we should go to the hospital. You seem like you're dying. And so I said, you know what? I think I am dying. Let's go. So I come down again. We go to the hospital with my mom. Again, I'm not bothering my fiance because I'm thinking this is going to take hours anyway. So why would I bother him? Just let him do his thing. you know, if anything, if I get dilated or anything like that, I'll text them, you know, just the progress. So I go to the hospital. Some women are really fast, and they were telling me, you know what, we're gonna do your paperwork later, go in, you seem very, like you're dealing with a lot of pain right now. So they didn't check me in fully. I just went in, and then they were waiting for one of the doctors there to come check if I was dilated or not, since my midwife wasn't there yet. Ooh. Since my midwife wasn't there yet. She would travel there if the hospital called her telling her that, you know, it was time for her to come in. I did tell her that I got checked in and everything, and I was just gonna see what happened. When one of the doctors came to check if I was dilated, which by the way took forever ever to literally come check me, and then she comes, she checks me. No, I lied. No, there was a lady next to me that was also wanting to get checked. Now she's screaming her lungs out, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, is she about to give birth? Like, she's screaming like a lot, like extreme. And she's also waiting to get checked just like me. So now there's no one checking, neither one of us. They're just waiting for the doctor to get there, and she's like telling them, you know what, I get really fast deliveries, I need to get checked. And she's like telling everybody a bunch of things. I'm here quiet, not saying anything. I'm in pain, but I'm a person that's like silent whenever I'm in pain, and I don't say anything, and I just kind of take it. I don't really scream, I don't do anything, so I was just quiet, trying to deal with the pain. But I was hearing everything she was going through, and I'm just thinking like, wow, I feel in so much pain as well, and I really want to just tell everyone to get me someone to get checked. But I didn't really have I wasn't in that mindset. My mindset was survive, stay, you know, like breathe, don't let the pain take over you, breathe as much as you can. Like, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, let me tell all these people to come on, bring someone, hello, you're taking too long. That's not what I was thinking. But the lady next to me was super aggravated, and she really wanted someone. But it helped, you know. She like screamed at everyone, and then the doctor came to check her, and I was like, oh my god, I need to do that. As soon as the doctor came to check her, her water broke. And then they checked her centimeters. She was like 4 centimeters dilated. And I'm thinking like, oh my god, she was screaming so much, and she's 4 centimeters. Holy damn. Like, I feel like, since I'm not screaming, I'm thinking I probably don't feel as bad as she does. Ooh, salud. I probably don't feel as bad as she does. And if she's 4, I'm probably less. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm like, okay, I guess I just have to deal with the pain. Still, 2 seconds after her water breaks, my water breaks. And it was a sensation that I was not expecting. It was I felt like it was so much fluid. I didn't think it was going to be that much. And it was so much. The whole bed was wet. Everything was wet. So when they came to check to confirm that my water broke, I think they like were about to swap something to confirm that my water actually broke. But as soon as they saw the whole bed, they didn't have to do that. They were just like, yeah, no, her water definitely broke. Then probably 5 or 10 minutes passed, and the doctor finally came to check me. And I was 7. I was 7 centimeters dilated. And so as soon as my water broke and I heard how far along I was, I texted my fiance, and I was like, hey, I'm 7 centimeters. My water broke. You need to come. And so he returned. He didn't even make it to his job, I don't think. I don't know what happened or how he made it to the hospital, but he made it somehow. Mind you, he didn't have the car, so I'm assuming he took a cab. He was just rushing everywhere, and I did hear that it was a whole chaos on his side as well. But at the time, you know, I'm worried about myself. I wasn't worried about how he was going to make it there. Couple minutes passed, and they moved me to another room, which it was going to be just me. They moved me to another room, and they're still checking me in because remember at the beginning they hadn't finished checking me in. So they finished checking me in. They put the IV. They're taking like blood work and everything, and my pain is like through the roof, and I'm begging her. I'm literally pleading, and I'm begging her, telling her, please give me the epidural. Like, I'm dying here. And every time a contraction came, I begged her to please give me the epidural. And all she kept saying was like, I'm sorry, I can't give it to you yet. We have to go through all the paperwork. They already went to check your blood. And after this gets done, that's when we can call the anesthesiologist. And I was just like, oh my God, they just took my blood. This is going to take forever. Oh my God.
Slowly fast. It's coming down, okay? Tranquila, bonita. Tranquila. Respira.
That's all I thought about. And I'm like, I have to go through this pain. And I'm here thinking like, I'm going to be in this pain for how long? Like, and no one is here to help me with the epidural. I'm still waiting for the damn paperwork to go through because they're still working on that. And at some point I just felt like this urge of a push. Like I was like, I need a push. And I was in so much pain. And I felt like I shouldn't push because I was in so much pain, yet I should push because I had so much pressure. So I pushed through the pain, and then the lady that was like checking me in, she asked me, she's like, are you pushing? And I'm like, yeah. and I told her, like, I feel like I have to push, so that's what I'm doing. And so then they called the doctor immediately, another doctor. My midwife still was not there. Mind you, this was a couple minutes apart. This wasn't like, you know, it wasn't a long time. And so then the doctor comes in again to check me, and I'm 10 centimeters dilated. So in the hospital, in total, I was probably there for like 2 hours at most. I was not there longer. And then literally as soon as, because I continued to push. So as soon as the baby was really ready to come out, my midwife got there. And at the same time my midwife got there, my fiance got there. And it was insane because I was like, oh my God, you guys made it just in time. Because like it was happening. It was happening at that moment. And then all I can think about was like, I'm in so much pain. And I know that the pain is going to leave once I push her out. So I'm going to do it like as strong as I can to kind of just take her out ASAP. So I put all of my power into pushing her. And apparently I pushed too hard because my doctor at some point, she's like, relax. Stop pushing. You're pushing too much. You're going to tear more. Let it go. You know, she's going to help you through the delivery. So as soon as I pushed, she helped me with the rest. She kind of came out on her own. I did one last push after, and she was out. 2 pushes, she was out. One of them was very, very strong, and one of them was like the last bit for her little legs to come out. And it was super fast. So I didn't even get to have the epidural. I didn't get to do any of that. It was kind of just happened. Then they put her on me. I did have a 2nd degree tear. So a 1st degree tear is when your skin is torn versus a 2nd degree tear is when your skin and your vaginal muscle is torn. I don't know how many stitches I got. I did get stitches down there. But it wasn't a severe tear. I would say those stitches did hurt me a lot. They were so painful. And then after that, she gave me like a massage per se on my stomach. It's like pushing all of it out, and that is so painful. I didn't think that was part of the process, but that's what she did. So she pressed all of my stomach to make sure that everything was out, and it was super, super painful. And she's here checking, you know, did I do it right? Like, is everything sewed in? Is everything good? You know, like she's making sure that everything looks good, everything is checked, and all those checkings and all the sewing and all that stuff was so painful. On top of everything else, right? Because I was already so done. Obviously, the pain was way better than the contractions, but it was a different pain. So it was still painful, but it was a different type of pain. So she was born 9:47 a.m.
Toes. Right here, right in between the two clamps, okay? Good job. You go.
It's the 133 over 83.
And it was a super fast delivery. I think I was very blessed, very lucky. I know some women suffer so much through it, and I did get lucky with my delivery, and I'm blessed, definitely blessed. So that was my delivery vlog. Hopefully I can make some more videos about my other experiences and tell you a little bit more about breastfeeding and everything else that came with just like the postpartum experience as well, because it's a whole different story. So hopefully I'll be able to make that. We'll see. But now I'm gonna try to get her off of my shoulder and put her down. And I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Happy holidays, and I'll see you back next time.